Hey friends, how's it going? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gents. It is new fragrance time once again. Today we're taking a look at the new Burberry Hero Parfum. So I actually got this one in a while ago, but I just haven't had time to open it up, spray it on, and check it out. And that's what we're going to be doing here today. A lot of times with first impressions, I try to check it out beforehand, like wear it at least once or twice before doing the video. That way I can let it dry all the way down. But today we're just opening it up together and spraying it on. So the original Hero Eau de Toilette, when that one came out, got a decent amount of hate. A lot of people were kind of dumping on it, but it's actually a really good selling fragrance in the US, a top 30 bestseller. Burberry Hero Eau de Parfum. Most people thought that one was better than the original. I think it's better than the original. That one also sells really well, pretty popular in the US. The thing that Hero is based around is cedar. So the original had 3 different types of cedar in it. That was really what it was based around. Fresh, woody, easy wearing fragrance, you know, good to the office, good casually, just made to be super versatile. The Eau de Parfum, a little bit richer, a little bit sweeter. Again, I feel like overall a better fragrance than the Eau de Toilette. So interested to see how this one is, if it continues and it's better than the Eau de Parfum, or if Burberry screwed up and put something out that is worse and set the fragrance back a little bit with fragrance line. So I'll have this one linked in the description below. Feel free to check it out down there. And before we open this up, here are a bunch of codes you can use to save money at a bunch of different websites. So there they are. Look at all these different codes. Feel free to use those. We've got triple traders for clone fragrances. Perfume Box has a bunch of clones as well. Also a good discounter. Frag Flex, Max Aroma, of course, Twisted Lily for your niche fragrances, all the goods. So let's go ahead and open this one up and take a look at the presentation here, and we'll check out the fragrance. So here we have the box, really simple looking. You have the name of the house, name of the fragrance, sizing, concentration on the front. Mine is a 100 ml. It is refillable, as most fragrances are nowadays. You have the name of the house up top. On the side, it lets you know once again that it is refillable. On the back, you have your ingredient information. And on the bottom, your batch code and barcode. Batch code is 3333. Yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the bottle. Really similar to the Eau de Parfum. So here it is, your typical Hero shape, very simple looking. You have the name of the house, name of the fragrance on the front, the concentration as well, Parfum. You have the Burberry logo up top, and then a sticker on the bottom with your badge code, and the cap is, it's magnetic. I don't know how I pulled that off. Oh, but yes, it is a magnetic cap. And it says Burberry England around the collar here. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray this on a tester strip and also spray it on myself. That way we can see how it smells on each one. All right, tester strip first, and then I'll go ahead and, there we go. I don't even know why, it doesn't even matter. Well, there is something potentially off-putting in the opening there. It is a little bit piney, aromatic. There is a little bit of what can be perceived as dill, like dill pickles. That is not gonna work for some people, yeah. I don't mind it, but at the same time, when I smell it, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna be one of those ones where if you key in on it a certain way, it's gonna ruin the fragrance for you. So there are a number of scents that have come out over the years that have just a certain something where to some people it kills the fragrance immediately. For example, Santal 33 from Le Labo. Some people smell that and they get a dill, pickly kind of vibe to it, and that's all they can key in on. Like when they smell it, they fixate on that so much it ruins the fragrance. And there have been aquatic fragrances over the years that have like an eggy kind of scent profile to it. So again, with some of these fragrances, when people smell them, they'll be like, ah, it smells like eggs. Friggin' disgusting. And then other people will be like, no, man, that's a nice, fresh, aquatic fragrance with kind of like a sea salty vibe. But if you key in on something and your brain makes that connection and you go eggs, it's ruined. And so this has a little something like that off the top, where I think not the majority of people, but enough are gonna key in on this a certain way, and it's just gonna ruin the fragrance for them. I actually think it smells pretty nice though. A little odd initially, first maybe 3-4 minutes, but after that, settles in a bit. But yeah, this is sort of a meeting of like the fresh woody side of the Eau de Toilette, the original hero, with a little underlying kind of like balsamic feel to it. Let's check the strip here really quickly. Ooh, it smells worse off the strip. Yeah, that's not great. Yeah, I think if you went and smelled this in a store, if you were thinking about buying it or something, you wanted to try it out, probably not going to work for you off this. It has more of that off-putting aspect coming off here. It has less of the warmer side of things, that like bit of sweetness that can help soften the edges. You get less of that off the strip here. Yeah, that doesn't smell great. It's not awful, you know, like awful. I've smelled things worse, but I'm smelling this off a strip. If I were in a store, this would be one of those deals where I'd go, oh, okay, yep. No thanks. And I just chucked that right off the table. So the strip is done for this video. It doesn't smell great off a strip. Yeah, way better off skin. So keep that in mind. If you go into a store and you test this out, it's gonna be skin or nothing, okay? You spray this on a strip. Some fragrances, as I've said a million times, are decently close off a strip compared to skin. Others are drastically different. This one is quite different. Gotta say, I don't mind this once it starts to settle in. The opening was not fantastic, but now it's, yeah, it's got a nice hero-esque cedar in there where it's not, you know, not full bore woody. It's definitely a woody fragrance, right? But when you hear, oh, there's 3 types of cedar used in the original hero, for example, you're thinking, oh, like that's gonna be mega woods, but then it's reined in decently well. You know, they don't go like overboard, is what I'm trying to say, with how hard the woods hit. And this one, you can pick up the woodiness, but also it's not hardcore. It's got a little touch, like a little spiciness to it, like a little pop of fresh, almost peppery, more like peppery woody, right? Which again would be the cedar, but it smells nice, warm, a little sweet, balsamic, like I said. Yeah, I don't mind it, honestly. The opening is not great, but once you get past that, I'm gonna spray it on again. Let's go ahead and see if I can hit that over here. Oh, yeah, the opening kind of sucks. Yeah, the opening's actually not very good. Yeah, not a fan of that. Oh, yeah, it's got something off-putting, man. The opening, like the initial open, it's different. I give it that. The open, it's got that something in there that's gonna be a bit much. I like it though, once that's done. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm leaning here. The strip is not good. Spray it on the strip, it's not great. Off skin, the opening, not great. A lot of people are gonna smell that and kind of recoil and be like, oh, well. I think of the 3 hero fragrances, this has the worst opening. Yeah. I mean, I would obviously have to spray all 3 side by side all at once to say definitively 100%, but the Eau de Parfum, I think, has the nicest opening. I think the Eau de Toilette opening is better than this one. It's more appealing to more people, easier to wear. The opening here has got a little funk to it. But once you work through that, I like this more than the Eau de Toilette. I find it more interesting. I think that it's a little more attention grabbing, not as versatile. I think the Eau de Toilette has more versatility with that fresh woodiness, the way it comes across. But this is pretty nice. I think the Eau de Parfum is still my favorite of the 3, just based off first impressions here. But the mid here is smelling good. I like it. Nothing wild, nothing crazy, but it makes sense in the hierarchy of the fragrance line. A little peppery, woody cedar with a touch of balsamic sweetness, not too heavy. You know, you're not getting a big blast of vanilla or anything like that, so it doesn't smell super similar to a lot of the fragrances that have been coming out here lately that have that vanilla overload. This doesn't. So it's keeping that sweetness in check a little bit, which gives you an alternative to some of the other things that have come out here lately. Yeah, I don't mind it. A lot of hate, I feel like, is gonna come this way. The opening is gonna be the most off-putting part for some people. It's the most challenging part, but it doesn't last long. You know, 3-4 minutes after that, good to go. Smells nice. Real pleasant. Yeah, fall and winter time, I could rock with this for sure. I'm gonna wear this a little bit more, maybe do a review down the road, but I think once you make it out of the opening, it smells nice, very easy to wear. Or, honestly, it's just got kind of an addictive quality to it. Yeah. Let me hit that open one last time here. Oof. It has a sharpness to it in the opening. Oof, yeah. Got a tang, yeah, like a sharp green tang to it. It could grow on me, but that's gonna turn a lot of people away. With designer fragrances, I think it's very important that the opening is immediately appealing. Reason for that, of course, is your average person is going to go into a store. They're going to see, oh, new hero, and they're going to go pop, pop, or they're going to spray it on a strip, and they're going to do this. Nope. They're going to keep moving, right? They're not going to necessarily wait for the dry down. Even though the opening here, that off-putting part, is only a few minutes, a lot of people are going to hit that, move on, spray something else, and if they smell something that immediately grabs their attention, they'll be like, oh, yep, that. So I feel they missed the mark here in that aspect. Yeah. Because easily of the three, this is the least mass appealing in the opening. And even though it only lasts, like I've said a number of times, 3-4 minutes, and then it gets a lot more appealing, a bunch of people are going to write it off before even that 3-4 minutes. It's like the TikTok age, right? You know, you don't catch me in the first 30 seconds. The Eau de Parfum is still the best for me as of right now. Again, I'll wear this more and see if that changes. I think Hero Eau de Toilette is more versatile than this one, but I like the smell of this one after the opening more than the Eau de Toilette. So it kind of depends on what I'd be doing. If I was just getting a fragrance, you know, from the line that I wanted to wear as much as possible, the Eau de Toilette and the Eau de Parfum would be the better choice. If you're going just based off scent the whole way through, the Eau de Parfum is the best, and then this one, I guess I'm rambling. The Eau de Parfum is the best one. All right, guys, that'll do it for me. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there, and if you have smelled this one, let me know what you think about that opening, if that works for you or not, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See you guys later.